Welcome to MLAC Online Tutorial. Let us look at this exponential equation, and it says if 1 over x root of, then in bracket 1 over x root of x raised to the power of x or raised to the power of x equals 4. We are asked to find the value of x. Alright, for us to quickly resolve this simply, now let us recall this rule in indices that if you have the square root of x, now this can also be x all raised to the power of 2, right, according to the law of indices. Now, which implies also that if you have the nth root of x, this is also x raised to the power of 1 all over n, right? Okay, now if we then have 1 all over x root of x, I'm sure this will be x raised to the power of 1 all over 1 all over x. Okay, right? Now if we take a look at this exponent, which is 1 all over 1 all over x, simplifying this, we have 1 divided by 1 all over x, right? Okay, which will then give us 1 times x all over 1, right? Which will then probably give us final as x. So the whole of this exponent simplified is x. So we can conclude that 1 all over x root of x is x raised to the power of x. Now if this is true, let us apply all this rule to the left hand side of the equation. Okay, so first of all, let us deal with what's in the bracket here. So here we have 1 all over x root, then this root, that is 1 over x root, which is 1 over x root, gives us x as an exponent. So here we have x raised to the power of x. Okay, now this particular root, which is 1 over x root, then will become raised to the power of x. Okay, then before we now include this, x then equals what? 4. Okay, all right, so now let us move to the next phase. Also, let us recall that if you have, let us say, x raised to the power of a or raised to the power of let us say b, it is same thing as saying x raised to the power of what? ab. Okay, and also we can also rewrite the left hand side of this equation here as x raised to the power of what? b or raised to the power of a, which implies that this exponent can be interchanged. Okay, so let us bear in mind with this rule. Alright, now let us apply this particular one to this square bracket. So here we have 1 all over x, 1 over x root of, so applying this rule to what's in the square bracket here, we have x raised to the power of what? X raised to the power of 2. Okay, because x times x will give us x raised to the power of 2. Then r raised to the power of what? X equals 4. Okay, still applying the same rule to this particular one here, we have 1 all over x root of x raised to the power of x raised to the power of what? 3. Because x raised to the power of 2 times x will give us x raised to the power of 3, then equals 4. Now here we arrive at this point. Now let us now go back to this rule here, so which implies 1 over x root of this whole expression in the root. We have x raised to the power of x raised to the power of 3 or raised to the power of what? X all equals to what? 4. Okay, so then coming back to this again, we have x raised to the power of 3 times x, we have x raised to the power of 4 equals 4. Okay, then how then do we also simplify this. Now let us look up for a way whereby we can have the same term for the left hand side and right hand side, that is in terms of structure. Now what do we do here? Let us multiply, let us raise both sides to the power of 4. So here we 4 and here is 4. Now coming over to this row and this row, you can see that here a and b, which is the exponent, are interchanged, right? Now coming over to this is x raised to the power of x raised to the power of 4, or raised to the power of 4, right? Then equals to 4 raised to the power of 4. Now looking at this now, this is the base, which is for this, and the exponent x raised to the power of 4, which is what? B. Sorry, let us take this as a. So here x is x, x raised to the power of 4 is for A, and 4 is for B. Now if you have to switch this, which implies that 4 can also be the exponent of the base of x. Okay, so here we have x raised to the power of 4, okay, raised to the power of x raised to the power of what? 4, then equals 4 raised to the power of what? 4. Okay, so let me probably write it clearly. X raised to the power of 4 raised to the power of x raised to the power of 4, then equals 4 raised to the power of what? 4. Okay, now you can see that we now have a similar structure both on the left hand side and on the right hand side. Okay, so to this end now we can actually see that x raised to the power of 4 will give us what? 4. Okay, all right, to this end now, and that's because this base is equal to this base, and this exponent will be equal to this what? Exponent. Okay, so to this end, let's find the value of x. By finding the value of x, let us find, or let us raise both sides to the power of quarter, that's 1 over 4. We have x raised to the power of 4, or raised to the power of 1 all over 4 equals 4 raised to the power of 1 all over 4. To this end, if I to apply this rule, which is the product rule, then 4 times 1 all over 4 will give us 1, right? So here we have that x then equals 4 raised to the power of 1 all over 4. Let us simplify this right hand side. Now we know that 4 is something as saying 2 raised to the power of 2, right? So here we have x raised equals 2 raised to the power of 2, or raised to the power of 1 over 4. And if I follow this rule here, we can multiply, and by multiplying we have x equals 2 raised to the power of what? 2 all over 4. Then x will now give us 2 raised to the power of what? 1 all over 2, which we have x equals to what? The square root of what? 2. Because here, here a base raised to the power of half is the same thing as what? The square root of that number. So here we have the final answer to x. Now let us see if we apply it here to give us 4. Okay, so let's do this. All right, so here let us plug in x equals to the root of 2 into the left hand side of the equation. So here we have 1 all over the square root of 2, the square root of 1 all over the square root of 2 of the square root of 2 raised to the power of the square root of 2, or raised to the power of the square root of 2. Okay, now let us see how this will give us 4. Okay, now take note here. Let's come back here that if you have the square root of x is equals to x raised to the power of half, right? Okay, let us just apply this, that 1 all over the square root of 2, the square root of x. Now this will give us x raised to the power of 1 all over 1 all over the square root of 2, which will actually give us x raised to the power of what? Square root of 2, right? So let us now replace x with square root of 2. So square root of 2 and square root of 2. Okay, so 1 over the square root of 2, sorry, 1 over the square root of 2 root 2. Or what is it? Yeah, 1 over the square root of 2 of root 2 will actually give us root 2 raised to the power of root 2. Okay, now applying that here, so here we have 1 all over the square root of 2 all over, then here 1 all over the square root, then we have 2, the square root of 2 raised to the power of the square root of 2. Okay, now raised to the power of the square root of 2. Now take note, then the square root of 2. Okay, all right, so here we can now multiply. According to this rule here, we multiply, and we know that the square root of 2 times the square root of 2 is the same thing as the square root of 4, okay, which will actually give us 2 as the final answer. Okay, all right, so let us now apply that here. So here you have 1 all over the square root of this, the square root of 2 raised to the power of 2, or raised to the power of 4, the square root of 2. Okay, all right, so to this end, still applying this rule here, then we have 1 all over the square root of 2, then here we have the square root of 2 raised to the power of 2 raised to the power, sorry, the square root of 2 raised to the power of 2 root 2. Okay, all right, so simplifying 1 over the square root of 2 here, that means applying which of the rule here, which is okay here, and we end up having this. So here we have the square root of 2 raised to the power of 2 root 2, or raised to the power of root 2. Okay, now, and abiding to this rule again, here you have 2 root 2 times root 2. Okay, it's same thing as saying 2. Now root 2 times root 2 will give us what? Root 4, which will give us 2 times 2, which will give us what? 4. So the whole of this then will give us root 2 raised to the power of what? 4. Okay, now which will give us root 2 times root 2 times root 2 times root 2. Then will give us this is 2, because this will give us 2, then times this will also give us 2, which is what? 4. So it means that our answer, which is x, which is equals to what? Root 2, satisfies the equation. Alright, if you love what I've just done, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and ensure you click on the notification button to be notified of all my videos in physics and maths. Thank you and God bless you.